Hello? Hello? Mic testing 1 2 3 hello? आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को? Hello, 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 hello.
Ever since the inception of film itself, old and classic literary works have always found themselves on the big screen, and have certainly not been shy to the varying different adaptations of Shakespearean plays. Many of these films stay very true to original work, word for word, much like a stage production would, but to a much more extravagant scale and a bigger budget. But what Shakespeare and his works mean to most of us, both academically and personally, is more than just a playwright, but a creator of ideas and stories that transcend the page, the stage, and even the screen.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
What is so interestingly new about the modern-day versions of these plays is the possibility for more depth within the already complex stories. It opens up the possibility for a more political version of the story, dealing with more pressing social issues in the style of the classic plays we know so well.
Life is alright in America, if you're all white in America.
An example of one of these different takes to these classic plays is Vishal Bhardwaj's Hader. Bhardwaj sets his own version of Hamlet in the politically fraught and violence-torn Kashmir in 1995, instead of the rotten state of Denmark. Hader follows the same plot structure as the original Hamlet. So what really sets it apart from other modern adaptations? The answer lies in the language.
दिल की गर सुनो तो है, दिमाग की तो है नहीं, जान लो कि जान दो, मैं रहूं कि मैं नहीं.
Unlike the other modern adaptations of such famous plays like Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, which uses the original language of the play, Hader uses an original script, and therefore lends itself to a much more diversely interesting film.
Law and order. ना लॉ है और ना है ऑर्डर, जिसका लॉ है उसका ऑर्डर. नीड ऑन ऑर्डर, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर. इंडिया पाकिस्तान ने मिलकर खेला हमसे बॉर्डर बॉर्डर. अब ना हमें छोड़े हिंदुस्तान, अब ना हमें छोड़े पाकिस्तान. अरे कोई तो हमसे भी पूछे कि हम क्या चाहते हैं.
Bhardwaj was able to go beyond the simplicity of retelling Hamlet for the 100th time. He shed light on the almost forgotten and ignored history of Kashmir. Not only is there the betrayal of Hader, like Hamlet, by their own blood, but the betrayal of Kashmiri political leaders and their disappearance. If the original script had been used, the emotionally infuriating history of Kashmir and Hader's struggle with revenge and betrayal would have never been portrayed effectively. In other films, such as Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet, the portrayal of the modern adaptation is seen more in the setting rather than the language. But in doing this, does it defeat the purpose of even doing a modern spin to the original? The use of the original words and actions can be just as interesting portrayed as a period piece, but then juxtaposed with a modern-day setting.
I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it. Huh?
It just doesn't quite work. The point of having a different backdrop coupled with such classic characters should be able to portray them in a more modern conflict. For example, the same play portrayed in the classic musical West Side Story tells the story of a white Romeo and a Puerto Rican Juliet whose gangs are divided due to social and racial differences. What Luhrmann lacked that both Wise and Bhardwaj were able to achieve in their adaptations is the ability to create what appears to be a completely new and original film while still telling the same classic and well-recognized story. So to just have the original text used, it feels more forced and awkward than insightful. By using these political and social motifs within the plot of the film, it brings a new understanding to Shakespeare's original works, and an even better appreciation to those who watch them.